2016 Skoda Octavia 1.6 TDI. This video can be applied to Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, all the Volkswagen Audi group. One of the climate control sides heating doesn't work, so in my case it's right side. It's a right hand drive, steering is on the right, but it can be applied for the left hand drive as well. There are a few videos on YouTube, I believe, that showing how to replace that motor. That's, by the way, that's an error code here. Yeah, the error code I'm getting is right temperature flap positioning motor, and we have few videos that show how to remove it, replace it on passenger side. Glow box on the left hand drive vehicles will be on this side, so you just remove the glow box, it's just there, nice and easy. But what do we do on the driver's side? And this is the video how to replace this flap, heater control flap motor on the driver's side. In my particular case, heater is stuck in position cold. It can be stuck in position hot. Nevertheless, you can't control the temperature because it's always at the same temperature, whether it's hot or cold or in between. So what we have here is we have an airbag here. That's the your knee airbag, so your safety feature, and your heater motor. You see the plug going in this. So it's just there, but it's not that easy to get to those screws. You can see one, another one is more at the top there, and there's no way you can get there that easy, and because of the airbag anyway, and these vents as well. So we're gonna remove them, and it's extremely easy to do, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. As I mentioned, this video can be applied for left-hand drive vehicles because it's a very similar setup, but on the other side you have 3 screws here. Sometimes they can be 10mm bolts. You see these 3 black ones, T30s. They can be 10mm in some cars, but in my case it's T30s. You just need to remove these bolts. That further one is a bit on the long side, so you probably want to get some long screwdriver, preferably with a magnetic piece. This is, you know, bits you can buy for very cheap. And T30 screwdriver, remove those 3 bolts. I'm not gonna show it to you, I'm just gonna remove it and then I'll show you. By the way, before you drop the glow box, the airbag, my precaution to you, because it's an airbag, you know, for safety, you remove the ignition first, and probably best is to disconnect the battery as well, because you're dealing with the airbag. We don't want any surprises, so disconnect the battery as well, just to be on the safe side. These bolts can be a little bit hard, but you can easily loosen them and take the all 3 out. Now with these 3 bolts out, as you can see, empty holes. It's still holding there because it's overlapping like a little hooks here. So what you do, you push on this airbag from the bottom, and then you just take it off and leave it to rest here. You don't need to disconnect the plug. We don't want any error codes or any of that. Just leave it there on the side, just out of the way. Then we have these vents, plastic. This is the pipe that blows air onto your feet, and it's held just simply by one screw here, T25. It can be accessed through this hole as well. Just find your way for the long screwdrivers, T25, and then it just pops off from here. My apologies, this is not T25, this is T20, and as you can see with the long screwdriver, I just do it for the same hole. You unscrew this little screw that holds this plastic, and then you just pop this pipe off, put it aside, and now we have really good access to this valve. As you can see, it has a sprocket on it, and this is the position. This is in cold. This valve, when I go all the way down, then it's hot, so we'll just leave it as it is. We're gonna disconnect this plug, and then remove 2 screws, 220s. Now you can access them. I won't say it's extremely easy, but it's way easier now and with everything open. By the way, we can remove this plastic, just pull it out. This is that goes inside for your valve, gives you even more space. This is what it looks like. It has a matching bit. You see there's like a big deep for one tooth, and there's one longer tooth on this sprocket, so that's how you match temperature. So motor knows which position this plastic bit is. Just 2 screws, so this one and this one, 2 shiny screws. For the bottom screw you can fit a ratchet in here, but for the top one probably use this tool that can fits better in here. This is T20. Sorry, my shaking hands. I'm not in a great position. I'm gonna remove it anyway. 2 screws, 1 and 2. So with both screws out, we can now take the unit away, and we can see the part number right on the back of it. Let me focus it for you. Is 5Q0, second line or third, depends how you look, but the one with 5Q0.907511K. So that's the part number, and I called dealership, asked them for this part number. They say the last letter can vary. Well, this is how it works with Volkswagen, Audi, Skoda parts. Last number can vary because they do some little improvements. Part is still the same. Like the part I've got starts with Q2, Q0, but this first 3 letters they are related to a particular model, whether that's Skoda or whatever, Volkswagen Golf maybe or whatever. So it still fits. Nevertheless, I bought it specifically for my car and it fits. Dealer's price, as I'm filming it now in 2023, is about £120 including VAT. I bought this one for like 40-50 quid from Autodoc. You can look on a second-hand market if something works, as they give you warranty. So it looks exactly the same, but the difference that we need to swap this wheel. It didn't come with a sprocket, so I'm gonna take it out. I had to use a screwdriver just to wedge it out because it sits there with this little hook catching on it. It has a very specific shape, as you can see. There's only one way you can fit it, so it's like this shape, and in here you can see, you can find which way, because one way there is like a angle here, like a gap, and then this side is flat, so you just fit it exactly same way. So the only way it can fit. And once you fit it, you see this sticking out bit, this extra large tooth, so make sure it matches with this gap, this tooth. I put it on the ground so it's harder, and then you push it till you hear the click. Now once this sprocket is in, you cannot turn it because of the gearing. It's really, you know, reduction proper gearbox little here, so you cannot turn it by your hand. How you adjust it is I've just put that white bit in, and as you can see, this one can be turned. This is your valve. This is like cold and this is hot. So you need to make sure that this gap here for the big tooth and this big tooth, they match. Sorry, this video is getting longer than I expected, but I want to be detailed so you don't have any troubles. So you put this white bit. So my advice to you, fit it with the screws properly in, then you put this white bit and then you align the holes. Once you find its position, and then find the position when these two teeth match, and then you push it in as far as it goes. I'm gonna turn my heating on and see how it works. I still have airbag hanging, but I don't put any. I'm doing on my own risk, even though manual doesn't say disconnect the battery. But when you're dealing with airbags, you know, I don't want you to have a comment under this video. Oh, you know, my airbag just blew off and I don't have any face anymore, so I'm faceless. So could you help me with that? Do you have any advice? No, I don't have any advices for that sort of matter. So please be aware. This is the airbag. I'm gonna just turn the heating on, see how it works. So here we are, 27 degrees outside. It's currently on cold, but I'm gonna put the heater on a full heat and you see how it turns, nice and easy. This is our position full heat, this is our position full cold. Now we're gonna assemble back together, nice and easy. Thank you for watching. More stuff on my website. I don't put much recently on my website because some manuals are not so necessary. You just see the video and know how to do it. You're welcome.